Today we will be crocheting this slouchy beanie. We will be using a single crochet for the rim and a double crochet for the hat. And this pattern is really good for any size head because you measure it to your head and then you will cinch it at the top so you don't have to worry about decreasing or any of those things. So to get started, we will be using any size 4 yarn. I'm using Red Heart yarn. You will need a pair of scissors, a crochet needle, and for your crochet hook, I am using a size I or a 5.5. So to get started, we will be doing a slip knot just like usual. And then we will start with 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you will skip this first chain and do a single crochet into the second chain and single crochet all the way across to the end. When you get to the end, you should have 9 single crochets and then of course your chain at the end that we are going to count as a single crochet, so we're going to have 10. And then you're going to turn your work and chain 1, and then instead of doing a normal single crochet, we're going to crochet in the back loops. So we're going to skip this first single crochet, and then we are going to single crochet in only the back loops all the way across. So there's this V, I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's this V, that is what you use as your stitch, and there's 2 parts, your front loop and your back loop. We are going to crochet into just the back loops, and we want 10 stitches on each row, or 9 single crochets and a chain, and then you can measure it as long as you want for your head. So for my band, I did 78 rows approximately. To help count, if you lost track, there are these ridges that are caused by the working in the back loops. Each ridge, if you count this ridge and this ridge, that would be, so this is a row, and then in between is a row, and then this is a row. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if that makes any sense. So that's how you make the border. You can do that any size or length you want, but I did about 78 stitches. And then, so how you're going to connect them is you're going to put your hook in and then turn it over so that you're going this way. And then you're going to take your first row that you did, and you only have one thing to work with, but on this side you have 2 loops to work with, your regular stitches. We're going to work in just the back loops, just like before. So you're going to place your hook in, skipping that first stitch and placing your hook in that second stitch, and then doing the same thing, skipping that one and going into this one. And you're going to make sure, there we go, that they are lined up. And then you are going to just single crochet in the back loops all the way across for that. Now that you have made it all the way across your ridge, you are done with the band of your hat. Now this is the part where it gets a little bit more difficult because we don't have actual stitches to be working in. We're working on the raw edge of your hat. So you just have to do what looks best to you, and we're going to single crochet all the way around the rim of the hat. When you get to the end, you will do a slip stitch into your first single crochet. So I did about I did 86 stitches. There we go. Sorry, 86 single crochets all the way around the rim. Now, what you are going to do is you are going to chain 2. And then you are going to double crochet into the next single crochet. And then chain 2. Whoops. And then skip 2 stitches and do a double crochet into that one. And then a double crochet into the next stitch. And then chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and then double crochet into that one and the next one, and you're going to repeat that all the way around. So 2 chains, 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets, just like that. At the end, you are going to chain 2 again, and then slip stitch into this chain space that we made at the beginning of the round, which counts as its own double crochet. So we are going to chain 2, and that's going to count as 1 double crochet. And you can see if we chain 2 here, then we're going to be working on top of each other, and we don't want that. We want to work our double crochets into our chain spaces, not our double crochets. So we are going to turn your work and do a double crochet into this chain space. And that chain 2 and that double crochet is going to be our first cluster. And then you're going to chain 2 again and double crochet into the chain spaces. I am going to do 13 rows, and then no decreasing or anything like that. Just do 13 rows of this double crochet 2 chains, double crochet 2. So I went ahead and slip stitched and fastened off, and I am going to do a cinch circle to close it off. So you're going to use your crochet needle now, and I left a pretty long tail, so I can use that, or you can use a separate piece if you would like. And so what I am going to do is just weave my needle in and out of these clusters, and you can go through each one of the stitches, including the chains, if you would like, but I'm just going to go through the clusters and do that. So I'm working around the double crochets at the top. When you get to the end, you're just going to pull your thread as tight as you can without making it break or be weak. And then you're just going to knot that off, and you'll be